Hey guys, how are you? Good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. It is great to be with you on Inspirations for Your Life. Once again, thank you so much for being here. It is really great to be with you and to talk about a brand new episode that I know that you are definitely going to, how can I say, really enjoy. I know a lot of times we talk about different concepts here, but this is really an amazing, and I mean amazing week. So I do want to say welcome to everyone. Welcome to Inspirations for Your Life. It's great to have you here. If you want to go grab something from the kitchen, feel free to do that. And, hurry on back. I think that would be great. All right. So let's get this show kicked off. All right. So welcome everyone to Inspirations for Your Life. I am your host, John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, podcast host, podcast coach, serial entrepreneur. And I do invite you to check out believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. So this is season 4. We're on show 4, episode 5. I'll give you the topic in just a second. Obstacles are inevitable, but what if they could also be the keys to your next big breakthrough? This episode is all about transforming life's toughest moments into powerful opportunities for growth. The title for tonight's show, I think you guys are going to find pretty interesting. Tonight's show's title is really good, and that title is Use Obstacles as Opportunities for Growth. That's a pretty powerful one, I know. Very powerful one. So together, we're going to uncover strategies to reframe challenges, build resilience, and spark creativity. So get ready to elevate your mind and discover how to turn setbacks into stepping stones for success. I invite you to sit back, relax, and ladies and gentlemen, definitely enjoy the show. All right. So thank you so much for being here. Our first topic, ladies and gentlemen, is one I think that doesn't need a lot of special introduction to, but it's one that a lot of people get confused with. And that's reframing obstacles. Reframing obstacles. Reframing obstacles. And so, what I want to talk about here is, when faced with an obstacle, it's easy to feel stuck or defeated. But the way you perceive it makes all the difference. By reframing obstacles as opportunities to grow, you shift from a mindset of limitation to one of possibilities. Think of every challenge as a lesson in disguise, an invitation to explore new perspectives, test your creativity, and find solutions you never thought possible. This mental shift can transform frustration into fuel for progress. And I think that's really a pretty amazing, and I say amazing, a pretty amazing thing. And so, thinking about this whole concept of, you know, reframing your mind, reframing your brain, I think that can get a lot of people, excited and get a lot of people confused too. And so when I say the words reframe your brain, like what's going through your mind? Probably the fact that, you might be a little bit lost, or maybe you're a little bit perplexed by, what's going on in life. And, that's completely natural to feel that way in life. It is absolutely completely natural. So thinking about what all this means is probably the very first step that you need to be at. You need to think about, what it means. And if you think about what it means, then maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to transform your life. Now, again, that's not hard, but some people don't get how to transform their life. Like they just have no clue. Reframing your brain is a great way to be able to, let's say, allow people to be more of what you truly are in life. And so I want to encourage you all to reframe your brain, reframe the obstacles. and make the choice for this mental shift so you can transform frustration, like I said, into fuel for progress. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't get. But, you will get it after time. You will definitely get it after time. It's just some people get a little bit stuck. You know what I mean? All right. So, thinking about obstacles. Okay. Thinking about that for just a moment. What does it mean to you? I think it means that, we have, as I said, we have to embrace that. And that's a really important thing. We have to figure out how to embrace that, what to do, how we can figure out what that's going to mean in our lives. And hopefully that'll empower you to change, like, who you are, what you're doing. But it doesn't happen overnight. Okay. It does take some time. Number 2, cultivate a growth mindset. And by doing that, a growth mindset is your secret weapon for navigating life's challenges. Instead of seeing setbacks as failures, view them as opportunities to learn and to improve. People with growth mindsets embrace efforts, persistence, and adaptability, knowing that every obstacle is a stepping stone toward achieving your goal or your promise to yourself. By believing in your ability to grow, you face challenges in your life with confidence and determination. And it's this determination that drives us forward, right? It's the determination to drive us forward. And if we can be driven forward, then I feel there's a lot that could go on. Okay. I mean, a lot. And it doesn't happen like overnight. As I said to you, it takes a lot of time. And also some realizations too. So when we think about, this mindset and seeing it as some way that we can embrace it and be persistent and be adaptable, and know that every obstacle is a stepping stone, then we're halfway on the journey to where we want to be in life. Okay, we are halfway there. Number 3, ladies and gentlemen, learn from challenges. Learn from challenges. I know that sounds a little crazy, but it's the truth. And I will tell you that it's got to come down to a lesson. And you have to be willing to look at that lesson. And each difficulty you face provides insight into strengths, weaknesses, and areas for improvement. And reflecting on what went wrong and what you can do better next time equips you with the tools necessary to navigate future hurdles and obstacles with greater ease. Remember, every challenge is a chance to become wiser and stronger. I bet you didn't think of challenges like that before, have you? But they are. They're the opportunity to become stronger, okay, to become better than you already were. All right. Number 4, spark creativity. Spark creativity. What do I mean by that? I think the best way to put that is obstacles can push us out of our comfort zone and into a realm of innovation. And when you understand that your usual methods fail, creativity should take over, inspiring you to think differently and Experiment with new ideas, whether it's solving a problem at work or overcoming a personal setback. Challenges often pave the way for breakthroughs that you might never have experienced. You might never have experienced this. And I think that's a big, big issue. And I say this to you because if you understand the mindset from it, then you'll be able to transform with it. Okay? See that problem as a challenge, as an opportunity to grow. Number 5, build resilience. Resilience is built through perseverance in the face of adversity. Every time you confront and overcome a challenge, you strengthen your capacity to handle future difficulties. That's pretty powerful, guys. Very powerful. So this emotional and this mental toughness doesn't just help you bounce back from setbacks. It allows you to grow through them and become stronger and more confident in your life. I think that's something that's pretty priceless, right? It's pretty priceless. And if I said to you guys that you have the ability to build more resilience if you just get creative about it, if you just get serious about it. Number 6, redirect setbacks. Setbacks can feel like failures, but they often are opportunities in disguise. When something doesn't go as planned, use the experience as a chance to reassess your approach. Okay? To reassess your approach. And when you're in this state, you can use the experience as a chance to reassess what's going on in your life, how you're approaching it, what you could change, and a chance to reassess how you're, coming to the plate, how you're trying to connect with your promise, your aspirations. Adjust your strategy, refine it, tweak it, and embrace new directions that can unfold. Sometimes the detour ends up being the most rewarding part of the journey. But we've got to be open to the journey. Got to be open to the journey. And I think sometimes people don't get it. And that might be something that maybe confuses a lot of people. But it's something that you can learn from, something that you can transform away from. If everything was easy, everyone would be doing it. I think when we have to put a little bit of effort into something, we appreciate more of what we're working toward. Number 8, inspire others. Your journey through challenges has the potential to inspire those around you. By sharing your story of overcoming obstacles, you show others that growth is possible, and even in the face of adversity, it can prevail. Your resilience and your determination can serve as a beacon of hope, encouraging others to embrace their struggle and find strength in their own journeys. A lot of people don't know that they can find strength in their own journeys, but they can. They can. it really takes a mindset. It takes a mindset. And I think a lot of people don't know what that means. I think once you've tried something and it doesn't work, then I think it's about you learning from the experience and how you can transform, how you can transpose it. Okay. It's important. Thinking about what's happening in your life, right? And knowing that sometimes we have trouble bouncing back. My next important point, really important, is number 7, celebrate growth. In the rush to overcome adversity, obstacles, and whatnot, take the time to acknowledge your progress, no matter how small it is. Take the time to do that. And if you do, you're going to find that you'll learn something. You will learn something. And if you can celebrate your victories, even if they're small, fuel your imagination and reinforce the belief that you can tackle whatever comes next. You can. Everything in life is about belief. Belief, belief, belief. Number 8, inspire others. By sharing your story of overcoming obstacles, you show others that growth is possible. Okay. Your resilience and determination can serve as a beacon of hope, encouraging others to embrace their struggle and find strength in their own journeys. Align with promises. Obstacles test your commitment to your values and your goals. Staying aligned and committed with your promises, even when the road gets tough, demonstrates not only integrity, it also helps you build up trust. When you hold true to your commitments, you not only achieve personal growth, but also strengthen the relationship and the connections that matter most to you in life. The last point for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is stay positive. Then we'll go through a little story on each. Positivity is more than just a mindset. It's a strategy for overcoming challenges. By focusing on what you control and finding the silver lining, if you will, in difficult situations, you create this environment where growth is now possible. All the impossible that you didn't think could exist now becomes possible. So the impossible becomes possible. Positivity isn't about ignoring the problem. It's about tackling it with optimism. Tackling it with optimism. That's a powerful thing. When you think about an obstacle in your way, does it shut you right down, or do you figure out how you can playfully get around it? The key with an obstacle is that you can't let it drag you. You can't. You have to see it and you have to move forward. But moving forward doesn't mean working only one way. We talked about reframing obstacles, right? So maybe you're having a challenge, maybe studying something. But what you've realized is that that obstacle maybe will help you gain a more creative way to study better. Not just for that subject, but for all the subjects that you work on. and enhance your whole persona of how you approach learning in the future. So, you think that's a very important thing. So, refining and reframing the obstacles is your first key to knowing that the challenge can be overcome. When I talk about cultivating a growth mindset, it's coming from the premonition that I want to learn from everything I do. I'm not perfect, but I want to learn from everything I do in life. And if I do that, I can become just a little bit better than I was the day before. Okay? I think that's important. I think it's really important to know that life is meant to be lived. And challenges happen. They do happen. And when they happen, it's up to you to figure out how to turn your lemons into lemonade. Little cute pun there, right? You get lemons, you figure there's nothing I could do with a lemon until you learn that you could add a little sugar and you can make some lemonade. One man's misfortune is another man's beginning routes to success. That's powerful too. You've got to operate with the head directive that everything you do in life is something you have to get better at, and you have to learn from what you've done. And if you're doing something and you're not learning, then you're doing something wrong, because you should always be able to learn from everything you do in life. I mean, everything you do in life. When you work on something new, do you think about how you can make it more interesting? Do you think about how maybe you can add some creativity to it? How you can take something that you've been doing over and over again and add just one or two new things to it, and then see that it has a completely different outcome than it did in the past, a better outcome. We've talked about this before, resilience. So resilience is not about the fact, that you can get knocked down. That's not resilience. Resilience is when you get knocked down, that you can just get back up again. It takes a lot of strength to get up after you've been knocked down. I said this before. Tough times never last. Tough people always do. When you have a setback, it can feel really low. If something doesn't go as planned, you're like, what do I do? Where do I go from here? And again, if we embrace the whole idea that the detour was meant to be, and it's going to allow us to learn something in the universe, something that we can take and apply and become better with, and even help others to become better, that's powerful. When you have growth, which you will, do me a favor and celebrate every little bit of growth. Don't wait for the growth to become so monumental that it's as big as a mountain. Celebrate every pebble that you're able to create or a mound. Inspire others. Your journey through challenges is going to be hard sometimes. But what I found is that if you inspire others, when it comes time for you to do something, you're going to already be inspired. It's kind of like when you learn something and then you go do it again, you have more of a foundation, so it's going to sink in better. I think that's pretty cool. Align or connect with the promises. Obstacles will test your wit and your commitment to your values and your promises. Stay aligned with them. Even when the road gets tough, because it's going to get tough, it's going to get bumpy. You know you're true to yourself, and you not only achieve personal growth, but you strengthen every single relationship that you have. And you also build your level of confidence. Positivity is something I say all the time, but it is the truth. If we focus on positivity, more positivity will actually be in our life. Just focus on a little bit of positivity. And when you do one thing right, celebrate that one thing. Don't allow it to pull you down. Don't allow it to shut your shop down, because you are better than that, ladies and gentlemen. Believe in yourself. BelieveMeAchieve.com, right? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's always a privilege, pleasure, and honor to be with you guys. Do check out BelieveMeAchieve.com. I'll catch you guys real soon. Another episode. Take care and have a good night.